So I set myself the challenge to find the best t-shirt for the summer for under £50. My only criteria was they had to be easy to buy online and under £50. Simple. I've got 8 t-shirts to show you, and by the end of the video, I will be crowning one of them the winner. And to help me decide which t-shirt is going to win top t-shirt, I'll be giving them a score out of 20 and rating them on their fit, the quality, their value for money, and their comfort. If you like this video at any point, please feel free to drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the t-shirts. So for my measurements, I'm 6 foot and I weigh around 80 kilos. I've also got a 30-inch waist if that helps, and a 40-inch chest. I picked up all of the t-shirts in my regular size, a size medium, and let's get right into it. Oh, and if you're thinking, what are those silly things on his feet? Then they're my slippers. I'm at home and I want to be cozy, okay? So the first t-shirt we've got comes in at £14.90 and it's from Uniqlo. Now everyone probably knows about Uniqlo t-shirts by now. There's more than enough content about them online, but I'm going to add some more. And I know a lot of people love the Airism tees and the oversized Airism tee, but for me, it's all about the UT. Yes, it's not the softest t-shirt out there, but people talk about this tee like it's made from sandpaper, which I think is a tad dramatic. Sure, it's a little rough compared to some of the other t-shirts on the market and on this list, but it's not uncomfortably rough, if that makes sense. It's made from 100% cotton, which is nice, and it's got a heavier weight to it and a slightly relaxed fit. I won't bang on about these too much because we all know about them by now, but I always love the neckline on these. It's double stitched, it's got a great shape to it, and you don't have to worry about it losing its shape. Now I have had some problems with inconsistent sizing with these t-shirts in the past, but the latest batch have been all very consistent. But let's give it a score out of 20. Well, for comfort, I'm going to give it a 2.8. It's not the best, but it's not going to stop me wearing it. For quality, I think these hold up great, especially for the price, but there is better on this list, so I think a 3.8 is fair. For fit, I'm going to give it a 4.5, and I think the fit actually gets better on these the more you wash them and wear them too. And finally, for the value, it's got to be a 5. There isn't much out there at this price that'll beat this, so it's a great affordable option to have, and I love wearing these. So the total score comes to 16.1 out of 20, and let's move on. So next up, we've got a couple of t-shirts from Abercrombie, and the first is their vintage-inspired t-shirt. Now this t-shirt is more of a mid-weight t-shirt, it's oversized and really flowy, and it's ridiculously comfortable. I think this t-shirt's got a really nice shape to it and a really nice cut. And I don't normally wear oversized tees, but I really like this one. The sleeves and the length are well proportioned with one another, and I love the exposed seams that give it that vintage look. Also worth mentioning is that neckline. It's got a really nice look to it, it's got those exposed seams on it again, and it's small details like this that make a t-shirt for me. It's also made from 100% cotton, and if for whatever reason you don't like black t-shirts, then this t-shirt comes in a load of different colours, so you're spoiled for choice. Anyway, it's time for a score. So for comfort, I'm going to give this one a 5. I can't fault it. For quality, I'll give it a 3.8. It's nice, but again, there's better on this list. For fit, as I said, I don't usually wear oversized tees, and although this is solid for an oversized tee, I think I'm going to have to give it a 3.6 for me personally. And finally, for value, this costs £22, which I think is a really decent price for what you're getting. So I'm going to give it a 4.5 for value. So this gets a 16.9 out of 20, which is a really high score, but is it enough to win? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. The tension's unbearable. I'm on the edge of my seat and I know the results. Let's move on. So the next t-shirt I picked up from Abercrombie is their heavyweight crop tee. This t-shirt comes in at £35, which is on the pricier side, but I don't mind paying a bit more when the quality is good and there's something interesting going on with the t-shirt, like it is here. It does have a very fashion-forward cut, and the cut might be a little bit too much for me, a little bit too extreme. The sleeves are a little bit long for my liking, but I do like them once I've given them a single cuff. But I know a lot of you guys love longer sleeves, so this isn't going to be a problem for you. The quality feels nice, it's got a good thickness to it, but it's still really nice and soft, so it's very comfortable. It's made from 100% cotton, and the neckline is ribbed and double stitched, so it's not going to lose its shape, which is great. And I absolutely love the vintage wash this has got, and the exposed seams add some really nice detail. There's a lot going on with this t-shirt, to be honest. Again, if you don't like the colour of this t-shirt for whatever reason, they've got plenty of other colours online, so again, you're spoilt for choice. And by the way, if you want to check out any of these t-shirts for yourself, there will be links to all of them in the description box. But anyway, what about a score? So for comfort, I'm going to give this one a 4. It's comfortable, but the sleeves can get get a little bit annoying. For quality, I'll give it a 3.9, it's solid. For fit, I'm gonna have to go for a 3.2. I wish they hadn't gone so over the top with the sleeves, but maybe this is just me. And for value, it is fairly pricey, but there's a lot going on here, so I do think the price is fair, if this style is for you, of course. But I'm going to go for a 3.8 for value. But if you like longer sleeves and a bigger crop, then this score is going to look a lot different for you, but it's getting a 14.9 out of 20 from me. Next up, we've got an online favourite, so I had to pick it up, and it's the pocket tee from Carhartt Work in Progress. So the obvious thing about this t-shirt is it does have the Carhartt branding on it, which some people might not like. I don't mind some small branding on a pocket tee, and when it's a brand like Carhartt, they're a classic brand, so I'm happy to wear their logo on my chest. It's made from 100% cotton, it's got a nice mid to heavyweight feel to it, and I will say this one does feel very nice. It definitely feels more premium than the other t-shirts so far. The fit is slightly relaxed and pretty basic, but sometimes that's exactly what you want, so no complaints there. And this one comes in at £35, which isn't the cheapest, but we all know Carhartt products are really well made, so you know it's gonna last. So anyway, time for a score. For comfort, it's a 5. It feels really silky against my skin, and I'm loving it. For quality, I'll give this a 4.5. It's really nice quality. For fit, I'm gonna give it a 3.7. It's decent, but there's nothing blowing me away here. And for value, I'm gonna give it a 4. So the total for the Carhartt pocket tee is 17.2 out of 20. Not bad. So let's move on to COS next. So I've tried quite a lot of t-shirts from COS in the past, and my favourite is still the brushed cotton tee. It's not perfect, but I'll talk about why in just a second, but let's talk about the good parts first. So it's 100% cotton and it's ridiculously soft. I'd say this t-shirt has more of a lighter weight to it, but I think the lighter weight works perfectly for this car. It's got a slimmer and regular fit, but I do like that kind of fit when I want to smarten things up a bit, and I do wear this t-shirt for a smarter look. For a basic t-shirt, the sleeve length is decent, the neckline is double stitched, but not bulky, so it looks sleek. I always worry with lightweight tees and brushed cotton tees that they're going to lose their shape and lose their softness in the wash, but that hasn't been the case here. I put this t-shirt through the wash hundreds of times and it's held up really well. But now for the downside. Because this t-shirt is a brushed cotton t-shirt, it picks up hairs very easily. Nothing a lint roller can't sort out, but a little bit irritating, so I thought I'd mention it. Anyway, let's give it a score. So for comfort, it's a 5. It feels delicious. For quality, I'll give it a 3.8. It holds up really well, but it could be better. For fit, I'll give it a 3.5. It's good, it has its place in my wardrobe, but it's nothing special. And for value, coming in at £25, I think that's really fair. You know what else is fair? A 3.8, so that's what I'll give it for value. So in total, that's 16.1 out of 20. Next up, we've got what was my favourite t-shirt of 2023, and it's the Arket heavyweight tee. I wear this t-shirt to death, but it's not perfect. Is there such thing as the perfect t-shirt though? Maybe there's still one to come on this list. Oh, the tension is killing me. Anyway, this is a heavyweight 100% cotton t-shirt, but unlike a lot of heavyweight tees, this one is really soft. The cut is fantastic in my opinion, and it's a really versatile t-shirt, and that's one of the main reasons I wore it so much in 2023. It's not cropped, but it does have a shorter length. I love the length and the shape of the sleeves, and the ever so slightly wider neckline. The downside with this t-shirt though is with the neckline, but it's not a major downside. But basically, whenever I wash this t-shirt, the neckline comes out a little bit wrinkled, which I don't like. It does flatten out as you wear it, so not a huge problem, but I prefer it without this problem. Another downside worth mentioning is the white version of this t-shirt doesn't hold up as well as the black version. After putting both t-shirts through the wash, the white one comes out feeling a lot rougher, thinner, and it loses its shape quite a lot more, so I don't like the white one. So let's give it a score, and I will be rating the black one, not the white one. So for comfort for me, it's a 5. For quality, it's a tricky one because these hold up so well, but that neckline, so it's got to be a 3.8. I love the fit of this tee, it's one of my favourites, so it's got to be a 5. And for value, it's £27, so not cheap, but I get so much wear out of it. It's so versatile, so I've got to give it a 4.8. So the total of this tee is 18.6 out of 20. That's a big score, but is it enough? Next up, we've got the short boxy tee from Weekday. Now this t-shirt is 100% cotton. It feels more like a midweight t-shirt. and it's very comfortable. The material doesn't feel quite as nice as some of the other t-shirts on this list. It does feel cheaper, but not bad. But the cut on this t-shirt for me is pretty much spot on. I love the length, it's cropped but not too cropped, it's got the perfect boxiness to it, and I love the sleeves. I love a shorter sleeve that doesn't cling to my biceps, and they're perfect on this t-shirt. The neckline isn't doing a lot, but it doesn't really need to. It's just nice. And I don't have much else to say about this t-shirt, apart from I really like the shape of it. So let's give it a score. So for comfort, I give it a 3.8. It's comfortable, but nothing memorable. For quality, it's got to be a 3.5. The material doesn't feel the nicest, but weekday tees usually hold up very well for me. For fit, it's got to be a 5 for me. I love the fit, and for value, this is £18, so a great price. So I'm going to have to go with a 5. So that's a big score for the weekday tee, coming in with a total of 17.3, which puts it in second place currently. So next up, we've got the most expensive t-shirt on the list from Lady White, and it comes in at £49. But is the extra cost going to be worth it? Well, we're about to find out. So this is their tubular t-shirt, and you can feel this t-shirt is really well made. Tubular just means it's got no side seams, so it's got a really nice shape to it, and it comes pre-shrunk, so you don't have to worry about shrinkage, which is always nice. But always follow the care label on the t-shirt. It's made from 100% cotton, and it's a mid-weight tee coming in at 6 ounces. But it does feel on the heavier side to me. And when it comes to fit, this is the most basic fitting tee of the bunch, but in a really good way. It fits me really well, and it hugs me in all the right places, and I really like the fit of it. I was hoping the sleeves would be a bit more like the weekday t-shirt, and I was expecting it from the images on their website, but my guns seem to be filling out the sleeves nicely. But I love the body length, I love the length of the sleeves, and the neckline acts as the cherry on the top. It's double stitched, so it's not going to lose its shape, and it does look really good quality. Now this t-shirt does feel a little bit rough, but nothing like the Uniqlo UT, and it does break in after you wear it and wash it. Anyway, I'm rambling on now, so let's give this one a score. For comfort, I'd say it's got to be a 3.5 because it is a little bit rough. For quality, it has to be a 5. And for fit, I'm going to give it a 4. I really like the fit of this for a basic tee, but it could be too simple at times. And for value, it is expensive, but it's really good quality. But I wouldn't want to spend 50 quid on it. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 3.2 for value. So in total, that gives this t-shirt a 15.7 out of 20. So with that being said, who's the winner of today's video? So it looks like the Arket heavyweight tee is the best t-shirt in my opinion for under £50, followed then by the weekday box tee, but let me know what you think. To be honest though, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of the t-shirts in this video. It just comes down to which is going to suit your personal style and what you look for in a t-shirt the best. But if you like this one, please do leave it a like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. See you later, potato.